What's up? What's up? It's your boy 3CP, and this is gonna be something for Madden 20. The top 10 things that has Madden 20 has to have and change, I guess, whatever, for this game not to die. I think this is good. Like I don't people say I'm not buying the game. I think seriously, this is the last year that we gotta that a lot of people gonna deal with this BS that we call Madden, the at least the competitive mode. Because I mean, people spend money, people play tournaments. I mean, schools are getting screwed out and cheated out of tournaments and everything because of stupid things like I'm gonna mention. So let's just get into it. I got 10 things. I know there's probably more, and you can add on to them in the comment section. But number one is gonna be, this is not like in order like top from best to worst. I just put them all in random. But so number one, real player motion go away. That's what I wrote. Real player motion go away. Pretty much, I don't know what the hell they was thinking about this. I mean, this is something that should been in the game. Like, isn't it in the game already? Isn't this those stats matter? If a dude has 80 speed and 60 spin, can you make him? It used to be that way. You make them play that way. You make them slow. Make them slow spin and stuff, right? So whatever this real play motion does, I think you can see that it does some stupid things where it's just like the guys run funny, and like I said, the guys who sit on the he might run like a dive and just shoot to the side, shoot to the one side, like turn on a dime, which is so unrealistic. But I'm thinking that's like a part of this real player motion that's messing it up, and it's just like nobody really runs different. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. It was kind of like target passing. It was a good idea, okay, but this is something y'all should have been had in the game. Make the stats. This is how you know the stats really don't matter in this game. It's all about a lot of different factors and random codes and animation stuff. So, well, yeah, this whatever it is, real, this go away. I mean, I would, even if I know 18 was terrible with the running and the spins and all that stuff, and yeah, that's I didn't name the spinning, but I think that falls into it too. The spin move has to be nerfed. Like we can't, everybody can't be able to just spin and spin you effectively. Like nobody's throwing through the flats. Like that's one thing. Oh, yeah, I'll go in that in a minute too. But dudes got to stop throwing to the flats when you have a hard flat on the field. But they know, okay, yeah, he's got a hard flat on the field, but I don't care. I'm just gonna spin him. I'm just gonna spin. I'm just gonna hit a spin move and bam, I'm upfield. So pretty much these running mechanics all together, it needs to be just redone. Don't even go back to 18. Go back to 17. If you're gonna play, give us the same BS game, at least go back to 17. Cause we at least we knew like 17. It wasn't that many. It was all about the stretch and stuff in 17. So it wasn't all spins and juke like the jukes and stuff. Where you just had to know when to use what move, which was how Madden used to be back in the game when the game was good. Like jukes should be more effective than spins. Spin moves are not that effective in real game modes. Like, yeah, people do it, but people are not just spinning and faking people out with a spin. No. So that's number one. Number two, we're gonna go with the animation catches. These have to go too. Yes, they don't work. How many times you catch a possession catch and your guy drops the ball, or you go for an aggressive catch, he catches over 15 people. It's this certain type of catch. It was another okay idea. It was okay, but Madden 16 pretty much ruined everything. Odell Beckham pretty much ruined the whole game with these animation catches because he made that one-handed catch and they just lost their mind. Like, oh, we have to put this in the game. And so you remember the kickers were playing. The kickers was making catches, and everybody was the offensive linemen were doing OBJ catches. Everybody was doing it, and all you had to do was just press Y, hold aggressive catch, and bam, you was gonna catch the ball pretty much most of the time. But 16 you could catch the ball. It was pretty much automatic. You was gonna catch the ball in 16. That was the last time I think receivers anybody knew how to catch the ball. That was the last year, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that animation catch go. This back to like I said, back in the old days. Madden 10, 13, all those guys. those games, the dudes caught the ball the way they caught it. If it was on the sideline, they triggered into an animation where they caught the ball. It wasn't even like an animation. It was just the mechanic. Like you threw to the side, he tiptoed or something, or you threw it to him, and he was gonna get hit, and he could even go down. He like they knew what to do, or you want to catch and run, throw it, catch and run. Like it was more, it was better, like in that this era of back in when Madden was. I know, like you didn't have like the crazy animation catch where I'm gonna dive and all the crazy animations that we got now in the game catch animations, but it was better. At least you knew the dude caught the ball over the middle. He would either get hit if the guy was there in the right spot, and if he got hit, if he dropped it, if he had a good catch rating, he held on to it. If he didn't, sometimes he dropped it. Most time he dropped it, but it wasn't. The drops were way more. It wasn't a lot of drops as it was back then. So yeah, these catch animations it's just not working. These choosing where catch. I mean, it's a good idea. Like I said, another good idea, but it just they can't make it work because they you can hit an animation catch. You can hit a, a possession catch, and you'll still get hit and drop the ball. So I mean, what's the use? And I'm talking about like 90% of the time, you can get hit on that same animation, and you'll just keep dropping it and dropping it. So the next thing I want to put, this is like a personal pet peeve of mine, and I gotta say D-line user, the D-line user mechanics, another has to go. In competitive mode, it has to go. No more, no more, no more. Almost gonna get on this block shed, 99 block shed, and whatever. And this, whatever, you don't even have to have 99 block shed. You just got to just hit the right mechanic buttons, like you're in an arcade game, pressing buttons, and you're just block shedding, just sack my quarterback all the time. Like that has to go. Back when blocking mattered, where the blocking was where if the offensive line lost his battle with the defensive lineman, you got in. If he did, he didn't. Like it wasn't like automatically. I mean, I'm on sit in cover three, and I'm not gonna worry about nothing because I know the computer's gonna pretty much play the game for me because the computer pretty much plays the game for me anyway. So I can just hit this button, press X, Y, and they'll say, "Oh, great job! You hit at the right time. Great snap, jump the snap, all that," and you just go ahead and just sack the guy easily. That has to go in competitive mode. In arcade mode, yeah, you can do it. Do it in arcade mode. Do it in MUT. Don't make, like I said, don't make MUT competitive. That's another move. Keep MUT out of the competitive scene. Only red. I mean, if you let MUT be arcade, because it's all it is, an arcade game. Focus more on regs. Make regs the competitive mode, like for the tournaments and all that stuff. Watch how many guys who you thought was professional pros are gonna just suck at the game because they don't got 99 overall cards or this any type of MUT card with 90 plus something. This any type of elite MUT card. A lot of these guys suck at the game, y'all. Just telling y'all that. So yes, D-line users in competitive mode. I don't even if they keep MUT competitive, which is still it's never can be because they can't make it. They don't see how to know how to. They can't make a game right now, y'all. You think they're gonna make a perfect competitive MUT game? No. I mean, before MUT, it was good when stats matter. Yeah, it was like 13, 25. Yeah, it was okay. So I mean, but like I guess those guys are not here no more. So yeah, number 4 is blocking. Every year we say this, we see this. We'll watch a clip on the game. We'll watch the preview. Probably when Madden 20 come around. Oh, we revamped the blocking. We revamped this. Blah blah blah. You'll see a guy, and you'll still find holes. People always find holes. It was the first clip of Madden 19, I think, where they showed a dude ran right past the guy he's supposed to block. Ran right past him. Dudes are still running right past the guy that's supposed to block, and it's just pitiful how they just still cannot get that right. They're like you can't, the running around like oh yeah, there's another. I forgot to add that. It's the running around, missing people, not watching, the standing around. The standing around is something that this just really has to stop too. I'm tired of my guy standing there watching a guy catch the ball right where he's right there. But he's just standing there watching you as he catches the ball. As he throws the ball right to you, and he just stands there like, oh, he's finna catch the ball. Oh, cool, he's finna catch it. Okay. Oh, then he makes the play. But the blocking mechanic, like I'm not saying make the blocking is overpowered like Madden 25. I'm talking about from blocking, from running, from the screen where the screens that work anyway. The screens don't work in block. Pretty much the screens don't work because your guy slides like he's on ice skates. So you throw the ball, you do like slides like he's a ghost or something, like he's floating in the air for like a second, and then he runs. So they need to fix that too. The screens, like the little short screen, bubble screen, you just throw a quick screen. You do to this slide like he's on ice skates, and then he'll run. Like they haven't. I don't see why nobody's. Well, people have been saying the screens don't work, but the blocking. I just don't want my guy to run past somebody. I mean, if you know you're supposed to block, it's not that hard to make stats that matter like that. Like if the guy can get off the block and block shed him, yeah, make that way. But don't make guys just run past stuff, and don't let everybody be able to just block shed you because of the animation. Deion Sanders shouldn't be causing hit stick fumbles. So yeah, blocking needs to go. Another thing, this is an honorable mention because I forgot to mention it. This came to my head, but the coaching adjustments, no more. They didn't work. They couldn't. They don't know how to work with them. That's what it's pretty much one of the main causes why this game sucks, because the coach adjustment when they patch the game, things happen, and the coaching adjustment was a big part of why. Why? Because people just get on aggressive, and sometimes yeah, you think they on aggressive, but they not, and you try to fake like quick hike them and stuff. Oh, they still don't jump off sides, or they could be on aggressive the whole game, and maybe you won't even know it, because some formations you can still not have to get penalized for it. So dudes are just running around on everything on aggressive, extra step, aggressive tackle, aggressive everything. And that's why you get all these hit stick fumbles from the computer, which should never happen. Like I said in the early statements, computer should not be causing fumbles and everything. If you throw a ball straight to my computer guy, okay, let him pick it off. But the computer shouldn't be doing all the work. Make it back the user. Back when it used to be user, where you had the user, you couldn't just sit around and cover three. Like you had to actually go click on and do something. Like make these dudes work for it. Stop these coaching adjustments just mess the game up. Oh, you can put them though. Just run on conservative. You won't perform if you run on conservative, yeah. But you can't do any moves. You can't juke. You can't spin. You can't do none of that. They penalize you for that. Okay, we'll make it where you don't fumble, but you gotta take away some stuff so you can't do everything you can. What happened to this regular game? The fumble, like it even fumbles back in the old days was not even that much. Like people didn't fumble as much as they do in these last few years of games. It was just that one time. Like you don't see fumbles in NFL games as much as you see in just a one Madden game. You might see a guy fumble like 6 times in one game in a game of Madden. You go to the next game and and you'll see the same. You might see some more fumbles, but the coaching adjustments have to go from offense and defense. They don't work on either one. Oh, let me put my offensive line on aggressive so they can just pancake you all day, and then let me put my defensive line. It just has to go because they can't work. So this goes into another thing from number two. The next one is the Frostbite Engine. No, I'm after that. That's the next one. No, after ball animations. It's what I call it. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you ever like throw the ball to a guy, and he first of all he the ball he might just keep running and not even look that he's trying to catch it, or he'll drop. He goes into an animation where he's bobbling and he drops it, and then he kind of just pouts and holds his hand over his head like, oh man, I missed the ball, and the play is still actively going on, and especially in mud, you can tell how this game is predetermined because guys put tip drill on their corners, and the ball will just make sure that it tips and does all kinds of unrealistic geographical things to make sure the dude picks it off and catches it. But while all that is happening, your dude's still with his hand on his head, pouting like, "Oh shoot, I missed the ball," and the play is still going. He runs right past it for a touchdown. After ball animation, a lot of when the dude drops the ball, they go into these, and they don't even try to fight for the ball. They'll just, as soon as it goes off their hand and they're finna drop it, They go straight into that animation where they just put their hand on their head and stuff and walk around like that doesn't happen in the NFL. A dude's not doing that. He's on the bench. If a dude does that in real game, catches the ball, misses it, and the ball, he still has the chance to fight for the ball, and he just does nothing like that. No, he's not finna. He's not coming back on the next series. No. So these after ball animations, which means cut out animations altogether. I mean, when I'm saying animations, y'all think, okay, what? How did they catch the ball back in Madden 10, Madden 20, all these the way they did things? That wasn't animation. That was just mechanics of the game. It wasn't. This animations are kind of like you let me make it explain it more to guys who might not know. So like the animations in this game, the way I believe there is like, or how another game is, if you, let's say you play like, if you play like those RPG games, like Final Fantasy, and you going through like a fight battle, and you're going your let me do super hit spins something attack, and you press it to tell them to do that, and then they do whatever you tell them to do. That's kind of what this is. But it's like you do something, and whatever the defense did, and the animations, they when they come together, it's kind of like a RPG. It's kind of like what this game is. It's kind of what it is, like an RPG game. You just kind of just hoping that what happens to you get it better than what they did. Like you get the better end of what happened. So that's what I mean by like those type of animations, like the things that it has to happen because it already got triggered. You press this to do this, and this is going to get triggered. So there's nothing you can do to stop it. You lose control of everything. So yeah, that's something that has to be changed in the game. So then I go to the Frostbite Engine. Like I said, I think this is another big problem why the game is bad, because Madden 25, I think it was 16 when they started the Frostbite Engine. 15 was kind of bad too. Yeah, you couldn't play defense in 15, but the most problems I've seen so far is because of this Frostbite Engine. So what we was used to, or whatever they was using then, I mean, could they? Is it would it have been better to use whatever they've been doing for the last few games? Maybe even what 15, even though 15 was the year of the PA reach around, but at least it wasn't like this. Like I'm thinking that the Frostbite engine itself is just this bad. It's change go to a different engine. Like this is the one they use for like Battlefield or something like that. So I'm just thinking like the Frostbite engine itself, this they need to go somewhere different, and I think that is something that needs to be addressed for 20. I mean, I don't know if they still, from what I'm hearing about 20, how the regs and the mud mode is gonna kind of be the same guys who worked on this game, and the superstar mode is gonna be a totally different development crew or whatever. So I'm pretty sure the engine might not be the same, but gameplay, where I think the gameplay right for like mud and red is gonna be terrible. But yeah, hopefully that can be addressed. Maybe, I don't know. And the next thing, zone logic. Pretty much like I said before, dude, you put a guy in a hard flat, he'll throw to the hard flat. He knows he can spin you out of your shoes and get bailed out. Or he just, I don't give a damn. I'm just gonna throw it to the hard flat anyway, because the hard flats don't play hard flats. They don't play nowhere near it. You'll put a guy in a hard flat, he'll still throw it to that running back going on that table route, because like those zones don't work. And why they do it through a damn pick? Like, see how he threw that pick. If that was a head-to-head game right there, this dude he know his receiver would have caught that some kind of one-handed animation catch or something. But anyway, um, the zone logic, like cloud flats, all these flats, they don't play the way they should play. Like cover four still been, nobody can use the cover four quarter because it hasn't worked all year. The one of the states, like the free safety, always goes and guards a drag or something he should not be doing. And it's always an easy one play touchdown on cover four. Cover four never worked like that, never in past, man. Not even last year. I mean, I know cover four drop is still, it works because that's the only defense that works, but it should be a point where dudes just coming out in these linebacker coverages or cover for drive with linebackers all in coverage and having great coverage with zone coverage. Like I'm tired of seeing Von Miller play like he's Deion Sanders, Regs, Mud, whatever mode. But corner linebackers shouldn't be playing better zone coverage than a cornerback. And it shouldn't. And like the logic of how I don't know how their logic of zone is, but it just doesn't work because it's just things that just don't work in this game. You call defenses and you just get torched because it's always. I mean, I'm saying like yeah, the man coverage got a little better, so I mean they make guys switch it up, yeah, but when you do go into a zone, it shouldn't be where you're like, oh shoot, he's gonna throw the ball right to me, but my guy's not gonna make a play. He's gonna stand there because he's not supposed to make a play. You know what I'm saying? It's like the logic of zone. And then another thing about these linebackers, like I said, linebackers covering 20, 30 yards, jumping high up in the air to throw a pass. This a dude's 20 yards in front of him. You throw his way, the linebacker jumps and makes the pick from a guy you throwing the ball to who's 20 yards away, which can't happen. That's just not even physically possible for a linebacker to jump that high to get a ball that's like 20 yards with a receiver that's 20 yards away. The ball in a real NFL, the quarterback is putting the ball over his head like that. It's just nothing. There's no way. So moving on. Another one. This one is definitely. Can we catch the ball? That's what I wrote. Can we catch the ball? I said it again. Animated catches. The receivers can't catch worth a damn in this game. They haven't been able to catch since last year. Even I think year before they have that. Since 16, receivers have not been able to catch the ball. It goes into you put your stuff on aggressive. As soon as you go through the middle, I don't care how many 99 catching 99 whatever, he's gonna drop the ball. If he gets barely touched, he's gonna drop the ball. And it's especially in mud, dudes who spend all this money to get the aggressive team and 99 everything. And the dude Jerry Rice, I got a Jerry Rice with like 99 catching, he still drops it. You'll get in rigs and throw to a 50 overall receiver, and he might catch the ball better than your star player. It just doesn't make sense how the catching in this. It just receivers can't catch. Nobody can catch in this game, and I don't understand how they just still haven't fixed that. I mean, I'm talking about even wide open catches. I'm talking about why you just throw like a little flat route, and the dude is just wide open, and he just misses it and drops it. Crucial play, and he just drops it. And of course, he goes into the after ball animation where you can't even fight for the ball or do something about it because you're already in the animation and the game is over. So that's something. Next thing, play rec. Stop running the same play. Now, if you can't stop something, I'm saying if you can't stop something and somebody can't stop it, they just keep running it. Okay, but if you're not throwing to the user, and you're throwing to the computer, to the guy's computer player, and he's adjusting and all this, and the guys just cannot. The play rec doesn't recognize like what does play rec mean if it doesn't do anything. A guy's gonna keep running tight end angle and throw to that one guy every time. Your corners or whoever should be like, okay, he's running that play. Let me switch up my zone and do this or something. Maybe make something where your corners can on the fly, like without you having to switch it up. Let your own computer zone be like, okay, he's throwing the ball my way every single time, every single play. Let me adjust and make it where you don't even know that it happened, but it'll show like you'll use your play art, and it'll say something like adjust it, and he'll go into a hard flat or something, cause he keeps throwing my way, he keeps throwing the ball my way, he keeps spamming his one play and throwing to one guy. Okay, well hold up, we finna switch it up. Bam, he throws it, throws a pick. Like, could we get something like that? So that means play rec actually matters. And it means okay, play rec. He's doing something. He's doing the same thing. Okay, I recognize this. Okay, bam, we adjust it. I mean, of course, yes, let you make the adjustments and stuff. But for like something, because he can't be in every place at one time. But for a guy who's gonna just keep spamming one play, make them switch it up. Make them, okay, dang, he his computer did this. I can't do that. I can't spam this play no more. So you got to get in the playbook and actually run something different. So yeah, and that goes into my last one, formation and plays that actually work. That's the one thing people only run play because none of the other plays in the game work. You go in the bunch and you go in the trips. Pretty much that's all that pretty much works. Every other play in the game is just for show because no other plays work in this game besides some bunch plays and trips. Pretty much crossing routes are the thing this year, and that goes into zone logic where dudes have to can't cover crossing routes for some reason. And but they you could cover them last year. Last year crossing routes wasn't that bad. I mean it was kind of it was cool. It was not as bad. I mean you still was able to yeah, dudes ran like the tight end angle, the pat sale, who crossed over and stuff. But I don't remember had the crossing routes being the big thing. It was all about like running wham and pitches and stuff. Because the crossing routes wasn't as just super overpowered like they are this year. Because you guys just can't cover for some reason. But that's just some things that I think need to be changed and fixed before Madden 20 to be released. Which we know they're gonna act like they listen to us, but they're not. So just know that we're gonna see about this superstar mode and everything with this new mode. I heard this should be pretty much 95%. I think is happening from the things I told you. So and what if it is what it is and it's supposed to be as good as like 2K's little mode is, then that could be the death of what this MUT thing that they're so great. They just love to focus on, and maybe they'll actually start focusing on better and making the gameplay better. Because oh damn, they really like this franchise stuff, and playing with a real player and building them up. Okay, well hell, if you MUT, we don't want to. We making money out of this stuff now. We don't need you no more. Make MUT arcade mode, and bam, you want to spend money on that, bam. I kind of think that this mode might overtake MUT, but we'll see what it is, man. Drop a like, let me know your thoughts, man, and it's going down.